Shalom, giving all glorification, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the bishops and elders who are out here ruling and teaching the church well. And salutations to the Bayab Shah Dawadah, that is the house of David the elect, starting as always at the top with the 144,000 and servants, the prophets, the men of the Lord, the first fruits of salvation on down to all those among Israel who have believed our report, the men, women, and children believers, the friends and helps of the prophets. They too are going to be delivered out of this coming destruction, and that's what's coming to America. We say it day in and day out through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Destruction, total and complete and utter destruction is coming to this land. All right, in the form of these intercontinental ballistic missiles, the ICBMs, and the chariots of the Lord. Quick news and prophecy off the Associated Press. U.S. aircraft carrier arrives in South Korea as North's leader Kim exchanges messages with Putin. Yeah, and of course, North Korea is allied with the bear. Okay, they allied with God, Russia, and Russia is acting as a guard unto them. Okay, I'll go ahead and read that scripture because I haven't read through Ezekiel 38 lately in a video. So things is heating up in that part of the earth, you know. Obviously, we know about the shit going on in Gaza and Palestine, the Israeli state, so-called, etc. But remember, this war, all right, which is going to be the war to end all wars. This third war is coming quickly. It's going to be fought globally. And this is the book of Ezekiel 38, and we'll get right to the point. In verse 7, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. And North Korea is part of that company, all right? Part of that assembly of great nations that's going to come, okay, to ultimately to destroy Babylon the Great. It says, and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right. So Russia is acting as a guard unto all these nations, right, through their BRICS alliance. Okay. Which that alliance is going to be broken up as well upon the Lord's return. I'm just going to read through this and grab a few precepts. Hey, we in the time of the end, man. We in the time of the end. This is what the brothers talk about. You know, the Bible talks about through the Apostle Paul, you know, not quenching the spirit, you know, not stifling or extinguishing the spirit. And when you are prompted in your spirit, you know, bring these things out. And that's what brothers do every day, you know, every minute of every day, literally every minute of every day, a brother is doing a lesson, whether it's one of the apostles, one of the bishops, one of the elders, or just one of the brethren. All right, bringing it out. You know, we ain't quenching the spirit. We talking about end times prophecies because that's what's important. You know, we talking about this third world war, for example. We talking about Jacob's trouble. We talking about the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Yeah, the MOTB. Okay, we talking about a famine, a literal famine that's coming, and a famine of hearing His word. Okay, because these Amalekites, these chief captains and rulers of the earth, all right, these issues, they no longer have control of the narrative. All right, so at some point, they have to bring about that full-on totalitarian censorship. All right, and mainly what they're trying to do, their ultimate, you know, aim is to get this truth, all right, off the internet, you know. But it don't matter, man, because the elect of Israel, all right, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, are going to be sealed up, man. Okay? So you lose, Amalek. All right? You losing big time anyway, and you going to fucking lose in the end. All right? It says, let me get into this. It says a U.S. nuclear-powered aircraft carrier And Slovakia, today's date is October the 12th, okay, 2023. Hopefully all these prophecies come to pass. All right, a U.S. nuclear-powered aircraft carrier arrived in South Korea on Thursday in a demonstration of strength against North Korea, as the North's leader reaffirmed his push to bolster ties with Russia. The USS Ronald Reagan and his battle group came to the southeastern South Korean port of Busan after participating in a trilateral South Korean-U.S. Japanese maritime exercise in international waters off a southern South Korean island earlier this week, the South Korean Defense Ministry said. The aircraft carrier is to stay in Busan until next Monday as part of a bilateral agreement to enhance regular visibility of U.S. strategic assets to the Korean Peninsula in response to North Korea's advancing nuclear program, according to an earlier Defense Ministry statement. You ain't gonna stop North Korea from developing nuclear weapons. They got them, and they're gonna use them, man. It's ultimately, these weapons are they belong to the Lord. We constantly bringing that out as well. These are the Lord's weapons. They're part of His armory, and He's about to unload on this fucking place, man. All right, He is about to unload on this damned so-called country called America. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me get this in Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of His indignation to destroy the whole land. That's right. The weapons of His indignation are these missiles. They're the ICBMs. All right. It says it's the first arrival of a U.S. aircraft carrier in South Korea in 6 months since the USS Nimitz docked at Busan in late March, the statement said. The arrival of the USS Ronald Reagan is expected to enrage North Korea, which views the deployment of such a powerful U.S. military asset as a major security threat. Right. It would be like if North Korea rolled up, pulled up into the port of San Diego and just sat there. They had a big old aircraft carrier right out there, and come on, man. What would be Babylon's response? So yeah, it's a security threat. They're up in their territory, man. The Edomites don't belong in that part of the world. Okay, but we know how it is. They're fulfilling biblical prophecy. It says in Habakkuk, let me get that this man can't stay at home. He's got to be all over the place. Okay, as they hammer the whole earth, just up in everybody's shit, in everybody's land. Okay. So yeah, of course they see that. Of course, Kim Jong-un sees that as a security threat. Come on, man. This is Habakkuk. It's like the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. I'm going to start in verse 4. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. And it reads, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." Just talking about Esau. Okay, it says, "But the just shall live by his faith." Right, we're people of faith, man. Beginning with the elect of the nation of Israel, starting at the top, of course, with the 144,000. All right, we walk by faith, not by sight. We're people of faith, man. We believe in these prophecies. We believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, we believe that the Lord is coming back, man. All right, on a great big old fathership, which these heathens and 2/3 of our own people call UFOs or UAP. All right, we got faith, man. It says, "Yea, also," verse 5, "because he transgresseth by wine." Yeah, he transgresses by wine, which is his philosophies, all right, his way of life, his ideologies. All right, that's how he transgresses, man. It says that's that wine that he's given to all the nations, man. And now the nations have drunken of it, and they pissed the fuck off, man. They going insane, but they partaking with this whore, all right, and they're reaping what they sown, man. All right, but the nations of the earth are fleeing away from America. Okay, it says, that's the time when it says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right, he's all over the place, man. He's got like over 900 military bases throughout the four corners of the earth. He's in everyone's land, okay? Just up in there, just doing what he does, man. Stealing, killing, destroying. All right, being a demon, being the devil that he is. All right, it says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. Right. And that's what follows this man. You know, what follows him when he comes into someone else's land? Hell and death, man. Hellish conditions, okay, and death come with this man, okay? And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Right. Esau, you know, he's in that spirit of Nimrod, man, with this NWO bullshit. I want to make the all the nations one, you know? But then he's going to fail, man. All right, that NWO, that Great Reset, going to fail. All right, so it says, when USS Ronald Reagan staged joint military drills with South Korean forces off the Korean Peninsula's east coast in October 2022, North Korea said the carrier's deployment was causing considerably huge negative splash in regional security and performed ballistic missile tests. Slovakia, the U.S. carrier's latest arrival comes as concerns grow that North Korea is pushing to get sophisticated weapons technologies from Russia in exchange for supplying ammunition to refill Russia's conventional arms stores, exhausted by its protracted war with Ukraine. Such concerns flared after North Korean leader Kim Jong-un visited Russia's Far East last month to meet President Vladimir Putin and inspect key weapons-making facilities. So yeah, man, these nations are preparing war, you know, and they're allies, okay? Again, all the nations of the earth are fleeing away from Babylon. That's the time we're in. Okay, everyone's coming, you know, to Russia, okay, for protection, okay, and to align themselves with that bear, man. Okay, so you know, there's you know, they overwhelming us right now with the situation in the so-called Middle East. All right, there's other things, you know, going down in the earth. You know, you got the situation in the Ukraine, obviously, okay, and that expanding westward, okay, and then you got, you know, these lesser countries like North Korea making waves. You got the U.S. sending aircraft carriers to the so-called Middle East and also to the South China Sea and also to South Korea. So at some point, okay, this is going to lead up to that war going global, because the world's already at war, okay? It just hasn't gone global yet. And war's coming to this land too. Best believe that, man. Okay, all kinds of warfare is coming to America. So if you're one of the Lord's people, all right, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, so-called, or you're one of those Israelite foreigners, speckled birds, you better repent, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Lord willing, you is edify. And with that, I want to say shalom and on to the next video.